All right, good morning, traders. Today is October 8th, 2024. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody in the room. Appreciate that. Appreciate the patronage. Thank you, everybody out there in digital land. Appreciate that as well. Everybody out there leaving kind comments, being a member, subscribing. Thank you, everybody that's out there in digital land that's participating and grabbing some valuable information from the content. Okay, so my SPY pivot this morning is 570. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab 5 are in daily uptrends. All made, lower lows, lower highs. SPY, QQQ, Diamond Dow closed their daily candles below bearish crosses, but above the 17 EMAs. SPY closed with a 2-hour downtrend and a 10-minute downtrend. IWM closed below a bearish trap under the 17. FNGU closed under a bullish trap, but over the 17. Gold and silver both in uptrends, both made lower highs and lower lows, closing under their bullish traps over the 17 EMAs. Gold. No, we already did gold. UNG in an uptrend made a lower high and a lower low, closing below a bearish trap under the 17. And USO also in an uptrend made a higher high and a higher low, closing way over the bullish trap over the 17. Dollar index in a downtrend closed near the 102.51 area. So kind of moving up there. We had that nice downtrend. Now it's kind of bouncing off of that support area. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. See if I can get out of this. Just a second here. For some reason we're not... there we go. All right, take a look at some charts. Okay, let's take a look at... Let's move this out of the way. Let's go to SPY. Okay, this is our SPY chart on the daily candle. All right, you can see the daily candle for... yesterday, it'd be this red candle here, lower high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish cross. Okay, you see the cross, the yellow 3 EMA crossing underneath the 8. So closing underneath the cross, but over the 17 EMA. Okay, still moving up, still holding in there bullishly. Okay, over the 17 EMA. So price moving up, moving to the right, holding the higher ground. That is still bullish. Okay. Price action making higher lows and higher highs. That's still bullish right there. Okay, on the 10-minute chart. On the 10-minute chart, into the close, we had a 10-minute downtrend. Okay, into the open, we have ourselves a squeaky little 10-minute uptrend going on right there. On the 2-hour chart, into the close, we had a 2-hour downtrend. Going into the open, we have ourselves bullish cross. Going into the open here, so kind of a bounce in the overnight price action. All right, so my SPY pivot this morning is going to be 570. So above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. Let's go back and look at the 10-minute chart, find out what our entry might be. Okay, so you see this big climactic move, move down where the biggest candle is at the end. Okay, so when we clear this area right here, this red candle, see if I can get it right about there. Okay, clearing that, that's 569.97. If you get a green candle over that, I'm interested in taking that long. Okay, that would be a bullish reversal going on right there. So over 569, actually just call it 569.75. All right, a green candle. Now, I don't want to play a doji candle. I don't want to play a red candle, okay? Doji candle means it's going to probably pause or rest, all right? Red candle means it's going in the wrong direction. I want to play something that's going to be bullish, all right? And it's not a topping wick candle, nothing but. When I see like more wick in the body of the 10-minute candle than there is body and tail, all right, there's more wick. All right, that tells me the bears own that candle. All right, so I'm looking for a decent green candle to play to the upside. First target on the upside, probably going to be right up here, 570.68. More than likely gap fill all the way up to 572.61. We'll see where they want to go. Okay, so far we got a high here and we got ourselves a lower high right there. All right, so where would I want to play to? Probably trade it right up to wherever this line comes out. So maybe right up to this area right here, about 573, 572. We'll see what happens, all right? But that's where I'd want to bail on my longs or get ready to tighten up my stops. Okay, so there's SPY. Let's go over to QQQ and take a look at the daily chart. You can see daily chart, everything put in a lower high and a lower low. Okay, again, closing underneath the bearish cross, but over the 17 EMA. Price action, higher low, higher high. That's bullish. Moving up, holding the higher ground. That's bullish. Over the 17, that's bullish. If we go back and look at the... Here's the prior high, all-time high anchored VWAP. Price action is up over that, so that's bullish. Just need uptrends to coincide with it. Okay, same with SPY. All right, we're up over prior all-time high anchored VWAPs. That's bullish. All right, let's go back to FNGU now. All right, FNGU price action up over all-time high anchored VWAP. That's bullish. Moving up, holding the higher ground. That's bullish. All right, made a higher high here, so that makes it in an uptrend. Made a higher low right here. Still have not made a higher high yet. Still waiting on FNGU to produce that higher high. It's taken in a whole month to really to get going here. So there's FNGU. All right, let's take a look at IWM. IWM, same deal, lower high, lower low, closing, okay, underneath the bearish trap, underneath the 17 EMA, but over the prior all-time high, well, the 2024 all-time high, the 2024 high anchored VWAP right there. So there's price action for that. That's bullish. Moving up, holding the higher ground, that's bullish. Okay, let's take a look at the quad lines. Okay, price action in the upper third is bullish for me. All right. Still haven't crossed the 50-yard line right there, so they're in the upper half. I prefer to see them in the upper quarter. That would be the quadrant up here, quadrant 4. They are kind of hanging out right on the borderline of the upper third right there. Okay, so everything bullish there. All right, let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow about 6 days ago put in a new all-time high. Price action yesterday. Again, lower low, lower high. Closing under the bearish cross, but over the rising 17 EMA. Still bullish. Moving up, holding the higher ground. Bullish. Okay, making higher lows and higher highs. That's an uptrend. Okay, so everything's working out here in all of the Fab 5. We'll go back to FNGU. Again, for the daily candle, lower high, lower low, closing over, actually closing under a bullish trap, but over the 17 EMA right there. Okay, take a look at our technicals. We spent the day yesterday in the seller's chop zone down here, just knocking on the door of the 50-yard line or the midpoint right there. Okay, so that's it. Doing nothing but lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so there's T2122. T2123, believe it or not, put in brand new all-time high yesterday. Okay, right up here. Nothing but chop once we got past that. A little bit of buying, a little bit of selling, nothing but chop. Up over the rising 200 SMA right there. So price action, again, new all-time high for T2123. Okay, nice work there. On the 3-bar chart, it's going to look like the same thing, all right, just a little bit different. Again, 3 more green candle bars, price action, moving up and holding the higher ground. That's still bullish. 200 SMA, rising up into prior all-time highs, right between these two prior all-time highs, okay? Again, on the 15-minute chart, you got price over the 200 SMA. That's bullish. All right, making new all-time highs. That's also bullish. Let's check out FNGU now. All right, FNGU for yesterday's price action. A little bit of selling, a little bit of buying, a little bit of selling, and some more selling all the way down to the 200 SMA. And guess what we're getting? We're getting the bounce that I asked for last night. Okay, so we need this to bounce, make a higher low, and we need it to make a higher high. So I would expect, I would hope for, I wouldn't expect, but I would hope for a visit back up to these highs sometime today or tomorrow. That's 420. We're at 412 right now. Price action is in an uptrend. You can see the green 17 EMA right here, okay, on the 15-minute chart. All right, so bouncing off of a flat 200 SMA, good thing. All right, so we want it to bounce up here, come up, challenge this high, and then challenge this high up there, this breakdown candle high right there. So there's FNGU. Let's go take a look at a few sectors. Okay, first sector, SMH. All right, SMH up over the prior all-time high anchored VWAP. That is bullish. Price action is making higher lows and higher highs. That's bullish. Everything bullish in SMH. We're in a daily uptrend. That's good. XLK. Technology sector making higher lows, higher highs, up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. All right, just need uptrends to show us money flow is flowing into either XLK or SMH. Same deal, okay? Up over those all-time high anchored VWAPs. Just look for the uptrends that shows us money's flowing in. Okay, let's take a look at XLI. Here's the industrials. All right, here's the industrials. There is the all-time high about 6 days ago right there. Price action up over prior all-time high. Anchored VWAP, that's bullish. Price action moving up and holding the higher ground, also bullish. Everything bullish in the XLI. Making higher lows and higher highs, that's bullish. All right, so everything's working out there. Let's take a look at XLF. XLF moving up, holding the higher ground, bullish. All right, price over the all-time high anchored VWAP right there, consolidating. Okay, so everything's looking good there. XLF, XLK. All right, we've got XLI. We got XLK, we got SMH, all right? So you got industrial, semiconductors, technology, and financials, all looking good, all right? Everything's looking good right now, okay? No reason to bail. We're still bullish. All of the Fab 5 are bullish. T2123 making brand new all-time highs. That's bullish. Everything's looking bullish, all right? So there's XLF, take a look at XRT, it's our retail sector. All right, on the retail sector, having some struggles here, but all in all, they've moved up, okay, from this location here in 2023. So they've moved up, and they've kind of held the higher ground up here. All right, that's bullish, all right? Just a big bull flag. So all of 2024 has been nothing but consolidation in the retail sector. The next move is to the upside. We'll see if they can get it done. All right, nice consolidating here, holding the higher ground. That's the daily chart. Price action for the daily chart. You can see we still haven't made any higher highs. We're making higher lows. Still haven't made any higher highs. Not in a while. Not in August and not in September. Not any higher highs yet. Okay, moving up, holding this area over the midpoint is bullish. All right, it's looking good, but I prefer it in the upper third and even more in the upper quarter right here. This is quadrant 4 up there. 1, 2, 3, that's 4. All right, so price action, need it to climb back up into here in quadrant 4, consolidate and break out. Hopefully see an inverse head and shoulders or something like that. Okay, so there's XRT. It's still bullish, but still in a daily downtrend because it failed to make higher highs yet. Okay, so there's XRT. All right, let's take a look at Last one, IYT, transports. Transports making higher lows and higher highs. That's bullish. Okay, transports moving up, consolidating over prior consolidation. That's bullish. Okay, so you got consolidation over prior consolidation. That's bullish. All right, so moving up, holding the higher ground. That's bullish. Up over the all-time high anchored VWAP right here. That's bullish. Just need an uptrend. Everything looking good, okay? You got all of your sectors, except for retail, which I think is coming soon, all right, are in bullish uptrends, are in daily uptrends, except for retail, all right? Everything's still looking good. Everything is still sound. So there's IYT, all right? Let's take a look at our economics package. All right, so for those 10-minute uptrends, all right, for SPY, all right, I'm looking for playing off the bottom here. Anything coming back to this area here or down here along this area, 565, 569, I'm looking for uptrends to play back to the upside. All right, that's what I'm looking for in SPY. Go back to the economics package and we'll start off with economic calendar. So for today, what do we got? Okay, NFIB, Small Business Optimism Index, came out at 6 this morning. International Trade and Goods comes out at 8:30. Treasury buyback announcement comes out at 11. Couple of Fed speakers, but not Mr. Powell. Okay, Wednesday, what do we got? Got a couple of Fed speakers. MBA mortgage applications comes out at 7. Wholesale inventories at 10. Petroleum report at 10:30. That's almost every Wednesday at 10:30. Goolsby's going to another Fed speaker, but none of them are Mr. Powell. And then here come FOMC minutes at 2 p.m. and then some more Fed speakers. Okay, so Fed speakers are getting their speaking fees right here. Okay, so 2 p.m. get some FOMC minutes. Thursday, we got CPI coming out at 8:30. This is the main event, along with the financials. Some of the big boys in the financials are going to start reporting their earnings. All right, so CPI comes out at 8:30, jobless claims at 8:30, natural gas report at 10:30. Usually happens every Thursday around 10:30. A couple of Fed speakers, but none of them are Mr. Powell. On Friday, PPI final demand at 8:30. Goolsby's going to speak again. Consumer sentiment at 10, another Fed speaker. And a rig count at 1 o'clock and another Fed speaker. That's it. Main event, CPI is at 8:30. Okay, that happens before the market opens. All right, so options are kind of irrelevant here when CPI flies off. All right, is triggered or is released. All right, so being delta neutral on Wednesday evening, probably before FOMC announcement, is probably going to be a plan, or start thinking about probably being delta neutral, at least for this window of time, since the FOMC minutes come out and the CPI is released. All right, so in those two windows of time, that's what's going to happen. Probably want to be as close to delta neutral as you can be. All right, so that's Wednesday. All right, today's Tuesday. Not much happening today. All right, let's take a look at earnings report. Okay, on Tuesday, got some familiar names, but nothing. PepsiCo, $230 billion. All right, nothing that's really going to move the markets big time. All right, they're going to report this morning, $230 billion. Again, familiar names, but nothing's going to rock and roll the markets. Not like those $500 billion companies. All right, that's pretty good, though, $250 billion. All right, go to the next day. Okay, again, familiar names. That's probably AutoZone. All right, some familiar names, but nothing that's going to rock and roll the markets. And here we are on Thursday. Okay, Tilray Brands. Got some familiar names, but nothing that's going to really move the markets. And then here we come on Friday. Friday's when the JP Morgan's going to report. Wells Fargo is going to report. Progressive, if they can find their P&L. BlackRock is going to report. Bank of New York is going to report. Fastenal is going to report. Okay, got a lot of market cap reporting, all right, on Friday in the morning, right there, okay? So that'll be a big day, along with CPI coming out on Thursday. So you got big days coming up right here, all right? For Max Payne for today. This is regarding only the puts and calls that expire today. Let's see if we can get it up. All right, 569 is supposedly his Max Payne. We're already at 569. I'm not sure how relevant that's going to be. Put to call ratio is only 1 1/3 puts for every call. All right, and that's just the calls and puts that expire today. Okay, for the U.S. dollar. U.S. dollar kind of in an uptrend now because it made a higher high right here. All right, so U.S. dollar kind of in an uptrend. Okay, in the bigger picture, it made lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows. Now we're in an uptrend because it made a higher high. Okay, so U.S. dollar looking like this candle yesterday was a doji. So, and not to mention a big green candle probably at the end of the move. So now they're going to rest. I think they probably come back down. We'll see what happens. All right, so I'm going to take questions in the room. All right, if there's no questions, I'm going to go ahead and render my video. Yes, thank you, everybody. I want to let you know that I will be in and out today, okay? I have a hurricane here. It's coming. All right. I won't be available all day, but drop your questions in. I'll get to them as soon as I can. All right, I'm going to be in and out, only because I got some more prep to do. Got to tie down boats, got to tie down everything. All right, big storm coming for me, so I will be here as often as possible, but I'm going to be in and out. I'll come back and check on things. All right, I'll see you guys in probably 45 minutes, maybe 60 minutes, all right? And we'll kick off the day.